Hello everybody, how you doing? It's your favorite Rocksmith YouTube person, me. So, a lot of people have been asking me to do a video on how to hook up Rocksmith Plus, or just a video showing, playing Rocksmith Plus with an audio interface. So, here's what we're going to try and do this today. Rocksmith 2014, right, natively did not support audio interfaces. Now, there were some mods that you could do, the ASIO for All mod, there's a bunch of videos on how to set that up. But, it didn't work unless you had to do a bunch of tinkering, and I think some interfaces actually just didn't work. I don't know if it was like driver stuff or whatever. I could be wrong. Essentially, if you wanted to play 2014 with an audio interface, there was a couple of things you had to do. Rocksmith Plus, however, they are saying that ASIO interfaces will all be supported, which is great because, I know a lot of people out there got their audio interfaces, or they don't want to buy the cable, or et cetera, whatever. And that's actually the most asked question I have as a Rocksmith streamer. I think if you go onto the Rocksmith subreddit right now, there's probably 2 or 3 threads there of people just asking, like, how can I use my Scarlett interface? How can I use my Behringer interface? How can I use XYZ audio interface with Rocksmith 2014? And like I said, there's ways you could do it, but Rocksmith Plus here, they are saying that audio interfaces are supported. Now, I have an Axe Fx FM3 amp modeler, floor modeler. I would show you, but it's heavy, and it's all plugged in right now. I'm going to try and get it working with the game, okay? I haven't done this yet, so I'm just recording myself now trying to hook this up. All my Rocksmith Plus videos so far, I've been using the real tone cable. So we got the real tone cable, the microphone, I did a video on that, and other interfaces. So imagine whatever you hook up here, USB audio interface, you'll probably see it, you can connect it. Oh, it's getting something. The audio output is gone, though. I'm wondering if it's trying to do the audio output through the interface. Let me try, let me do the line. Oh, so it's using line out. Okay, this makes sense to me now. So it's just using the direct line, but so I would have to set that maybe in my Axe FX, because my line out right now is just using whatever effects I have, and I'm just using like a 5150 modeler. Because we're using the interface, it's still going to add effects to the guitar. So I don't want to have my guitar using a distorted tone and then have Rocksmith try to put distorted tone on top of that, right? So I think if you're hooking up your own audio interface, this is going to be way simpler, because mine is an amp modeler. It's a little bit more complicated, but if you have probably a Scarlett, 2i2 or whatever, you probably just select the line and you're good to go. We got complete clean signal. So we'll just do a quick little test here. I'll do one of the, something that won't get this video copyright claimed. Actually, I think they added 100 songs yesterday. So lots of stuff in here. We also got some death metal. Let's play a Boxsmith, just with audio interface. I gotta say, this was pretty easy to set up, and it seems to be working quite well. There, we got tone. We got tone through the interface. lot harder than I was expecting it to be. Reminds me of Super Mario underwater. Okay, that track was way harder than I was expecting.
Mastery gain. Way to go!
Me setting this up was not complicated at all. And it's cool. Well, so let's bring it back to the start here. So I'm using my Axe Fx FM3. Put a picture of it here. It's a floor modeler. My guitar plugs into it. My Axe Fx has two audio outputs that the game sees. So it has the FM3 USB device, which would be a clean output. But if I use this one, right, the output has to be the interface. So like, for example, I guess if you're using a Scarlett and you use that, you would have to use your headphones in the Scarlett device. Mine also has the line out, which is just through the USB, the direct output of my amp modeler. So if I set it to clean, it gets a clean input, the game, and it could do the tones and everything. So I think you could probably mic up an amplifier. If you had an interface, if you had your amp mic'd through like this, you could also do it that way, as long as you had the microphone showing up as a line-in device. So essentially, I think we're getting a lot of options of how we could play Rocksmith here. You know, maybe even try miking up your distorted amp if you want. You know, your note detection might suffer a little bit, but that's still something you could play with, you know, if you wanted to play with it that way. You know, and I want to highlight here that they're giving us a lot of options of how to play the game with the real tone cable, the microphone, and all these line-in options. So I think this is overall pretty cool. I'm going to go play those Bloodbath songs. We're going to get videos up with that. I will play the Bloodbath tracks with my interface. So, hey everybody, listen, thank you for checking out this video. If you have any more questions, or if I wasn't clear enough, leave a comment, ask me a question. I'll do my best to answer you. And if you want to see any other videos regarding Rocksmith Plus or Rocksmith 2014, let me know. I'll do my best to get a video up for you, all right?